Well, you'd welcome the move, yeah.
Yes, I very much welcome the move because I personally have my own daughter with autism and we face so many difficulties just simply going in the car, getting it out of the car. There can be a meltdown at any point, and this isn't a tantrum. This is something that can take a very long time to calm them down from. And in this instance, my daughter could be violent, she has to be restrained. The doors of my car can only open, obviously, a certain way with the car next to mine. However, if we were in this space, we would be able to have that room for her to get out safely, me to actually maintain her safety. And I cannot park in parent and child spaces because of her age.
Yeah.
There is, regulations or limitations, restrictions. And I feel
I'm getting the picture. Very, very difficult. Yeah. Simple?
Well, it's not a simple issue. It certainly isn't. It's not black and white by any means. It's a very gray issue. I mean, as somebody that's a mobility scooter user, in behalf of my fellow wheelies, we need the extra space as well. However, we live in a world where there's a lot of people with hidden disabilities or parents with autistic children and stuff, and they need to be represented. However, we're dealing with a very limited amount of spaces out there. And I think that's sort of the big picture is we need more space.
I mean, in a say a large supermarket car park, for example, just roughly how many disabled spaces would there be?
Well, I think my grocery store, I would say about 6. It's maybe 6 to 10. Yeah. So that's
and are they well used, in your opinion, when you visit the shops? Are they nearly always in use?
Yeah, it seems like it. When they have the ones with the stripes as well, which are for the extra room for opening doors and stuff like that. And those are great. However, it's the ones that don't have the extra space that are very limiting. And
the problem is, I suppose, for you, Kimberley, is if you've got this blue badge and you went to the supermarket or parked somewhere with your daughter where she wasn't having a problem
People
that
don't
day,
see
and she wasn't, they see you just get out of the car with your daughter, get a trolley and walk calmly into the supermarket. It's unseen disability, which is a problem for you, isn't it?
Yes.
How do people react with you and your daughter?
Well, when there has been meltdowns, I have been abused. People have shouted at me, why can't you calm your child down? Oh, you young mother, because I look young. And actually, just because you cannot see that there is a physical disability, they automatically assume, oh, your child is just naughty. Whereas somebody who presents themselves in a physical, disability like this lovely lady here, people would actually look at her and probably want to help, and they may move out of the way for her.
Yeah.
They would come at me with whatever they would like to because they cannot see that there is a physical problem, but autism is a disability, and what about equality and diversity?
Everybody thinks they know everybody's life better than you. Now, I parked in a disabled bay once at a service station, right? And I got out of the car, and this guy attacked me. He loved it. He thought he had won the lottery. You're on the telly, I'm going to report you, whatever. What he forgot was I wasn't driving. I was in the car of a disabled person, so was they parked. So, I mean, as a passenger, have you no rights? What happens then? Have I to get out before we get into the disabled bay? Yeah. What happens
I've had situations like that because I don't drive, but I had a blue badge in North America, and, my friend would get out, and I've had people berate them, and then all of a sudden I walk around the car, and they're like, sorry.
There's Tanyalee, they're also talking about people with anxiety, people with depression.
Yes, but maybe we should change the badges.
So how far do you think you can take this as a disability? It's a very difficult one, choosing language even, without offending or upsetting people. But say somebody with dementia and they're with their carer and they've got the last space, but they're physically able. How would you feel if you then pull up and you need to get your mobility scooter out of your car, you need to open the doors wide? How would you feel seeing somebody who's physically able in that space?
Well, once again, it's such a tough one because, we live in a very judgmental society, and I think people are too quick to, go out and attack somebody. And myself personally, because I've done some research on the subject, and I have friends, with, MS and friend with dementia and all this types of stuff. I I think we just need to be more sensitive. And I think here in the UK, like in North America, you have to get a doctor to sign to get a blue badge. You get it for free, but a doctor, whether it's a mental health issue, anxiety, physical disability. Here, the council decides, and I just don't think that's right. I don't think that they have enough knowledge about what's considered, you know, a necessity for disabled
And also
parking.
a temporary one. I had a double hip replacement 2 years ago. No chance of any sort of badge or anything getting you in there. And if it wasn't for my nurse and carer who was there beside me wearing her...
This is where it's tricky, isn't it? Because with all these things, it's who draws the line.
Yes.
And I completely understand and
Look,
everything
it's
you
simple.
say.
We're making it more complicated. It's absolutely simple. Badges for everyone, maybe an orange dot on it, yellow dot on it, whatever. But it's just your disability is different than your disability, but that need is still there.